Dog. The best boy. Okay, so yeah. Uh, Here's the thing. I could not help myself, and even though I am obviously more of a Digimon player, I sacrificed um, Digimon budget to buy Fallout Commander deck because I love Fallout. I know nothing about Magic the Gathering, don't know how to play it, rarely know anything about it, but I have to have these characters. I had to have them, especially this deck, Scrappy Survivors, with dog meat. There's also Moira. There's also Three Dog. Just all the hits from Fallout 3, which is my oh, yeah, 101 representing my favorite. So, did you see the show? I didn't bother looking at it because I got so disheartened by watching the Borderlands trailer that I couldn't handle watching the Fallout trailer. I didn't want my soul to be ripped into further pieces because that Borderlands trailer. Oh my god, what an absolute disastrous disservice to the games. I just, but that's a story for another time. Yeah, watch the Fallout trailer. Yeah, gotta be careful here. I got a lot of cords going every which way. Yeah, thank you. I need that. So here's the thing, though. This isn't gonna be much like it's not gonna be like a review or anything because I can't review them. I don't know Magic. I don't play Magic. But I do know Fallout. Somewhat. I know Fallout 3 and I know Fallout 4. That's pretty much. I know a little bit about New Vegas. I know a little bit about this and that, but alright, let's just get into it. How are you supposed to open these things? The sides are like perforated, so it's like you can bust them open. Is that the way you're supposed to do this? Or just rip open the top? I don't know. I don't care. It's opening. It's not a. It's not a collector's item to me. Okay, yeah, just rip the side off of it. What is this now? Okay, am I zoomed out for now? There we go, a little bit out for now. So we can play Bob Ross, the Dragon Master, and yeah, exactly. I know nothing about Magic, don't care about Magic, but Bob Ross, Fallout, Dragons, sure. I hear rumors of a Final Fantasy deck too, so yeah. Everything I can do that's not Magic is probably going to be cool. So, Sanctuary Hills, yeah. Oh, this is my deck box. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'll build it on camera. Oh yeah, look at this deck box. That is quality right there. Beautiful. Punch in the bottom super easily. That's cool. I heard that and like, oh god, he's gonna get the FF ones. Yep, sure am. At least one of them. Depends on who the face. Like, obviously, I was drawn in by Dog Meat. There was also, you might not know the characters, but Madison Lee, who is again awesome. Caesar or Kaiser, and the Mutant Mothman, who is from 76, Fallout 76. But yeah, okay, this deck box, it's cute, but yeah, like, come on now. It pushes right in incredibly easy. That's a rough one. Okay, guessing these are These are punch-out tokens. 1/1 counters. I don't know what these are going to be used for. You should do the others. I will do the others at some point. I absolutely will. Don't know what the exclamation marks would be for. Oh, Jesus. Stuff's just falling out. Okay, this is my dog meat life wheel. Sorry. Life counter, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, cute. Everything is dog meat themed. This is my collector booster sample pack. I think I get 2 cards in this. 2 cards from the collector booster edition, where each pack costs, what, $24 or something? Ridiculous. As a Digimon player, that kind of crap is just wild to me. It's my camera's doing like facial recognition, trying to follow the character's face. That's funny. I'll open that last because that could be anything. So let's go with what we know. More counters. Oh, what's this? Oh, I think my collector booster was in that before it fell out when I flipped it over. Is there anything else going to fall out on me? No. Alright, let's just pull the deck out. What is this? Rules? Oh! Okay. Talking about the colors, little bit about the characters, playing the deck. Okay, just some rules and some references. Okay, cool. Alright, let's get into this meat and potatoes. Whoa, too far. I'm going to put that there just so I have a reference of where to put down the cards, but okay. Yeah, at some point we should have a basic understanding of how it works, and even if we don't know exactly how it goes, we can just do our best. Okay, so I believe this one is just for show, right? Like, don't I get, like, I don't know. Anyway, let's just... what's the best way to do this? Maybe just keep them still, look at them. Alrighty. Dogmeat, ever loyal. When Dogmeat enters the battlefield, mill 5 cards, then return an aura or equipment card from your graveyard to your hand. I understand it means nothing to me. Again, I'm not going to review this as a Magic card. I'm going to talk about it in the, sense of Fallout. And yeah, in the games, you can command Dogmeat to go get you things. So that makes sense. Whenever a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks, create a junk token. Yeah, sure. Dogmeat gets you things, and as you do things, you create junk. That's as Fallout as it gets, so good job on the flavor. That's cool. Okay. Preston Gravy. You'll remember him from Fallout 4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a green aura enchantment token named Settlement. Another settlement needs your help. Attached to up to one target land you control. It has enchant land. It has enchant land, and enchanted land has tap, add 1 mana of any color. So you tap a land for mana, and then you get bonus mana because it's a settlement. Okay, the settlements can produce resources for you in Fallout 4, so yeah, that makes sense. Whenever Preston Garvey Minutemen attacks, untap each enchanted permanent you control. Okay, so he attacks, and then he gets everything else ready for battle as well. Yeah, sure. Second in command to the Minutemen after the player character, so that fits the lore. I'm satisfied with that. Now there are 100 cards here, but some of them are lands, so maybe I won't read them all. But okay, Brotherhood Outcast. Okay, Human Soldier, makes sense. When Brotherhood Outcast enters the battlefield, choose one. Return target aura or enchantment card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, that's cool. So you play it and you immediately get something back from the graveyard. Put a shield counter on target creature. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, Brotherhood of Steel Outcast, they're armored. They're not really affiliated with anybody. They just kind of roam around and do their thing. So, sure. I'm satisfied. Commander Sophia de Guerre. I don't know this character at all. I have no idea what Fallout she's from. Obviously not 3 or 4. Flash. I have no idea what that means. Crash landing. When Commander Sophia enters the battlefield, destroy up to one target legendary permanent. That permanent's controller creates a junk token. Okay, that's pretty funny. She crash lands, blows something up of somebody's, but they retain the junk from the destroyed item. That's funny. I like that. That's good. That's good Fallout stuff right there. Acquired mutation. Okay, this could be a reference to any of the Fallouts, but specifically, there's a mission in Fallout 3 where you're talking to Moira Brown, and she asks you to get radiated to a severe amount. And she's like, yeah, don't worry, I'll heal you after. And once you get that radiation and go back to her, she's like, okay, I healed you, but there's a tiny mutation. But don't worry, it's a good thing. And it is. When you are severely radiated, your crippled limbs will heal themselves. I believe that's what the perk is. But anyway, acquired mutation. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. It attacks each combat if able, and attacks a player other than you if able. Okay, so it kind of makes them... So it makes them stronger, but it makes them crazy and they have to attack. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, defending player gets 2 rad counters. Okay, so you buff a creature, it has to attack, and when it attacks, it passes radiation on to your opponent. Yep, that's Fallout. That's Fallout. Crimson Caravaner. That is Fallout New Vegas, I believe. Double Strike Trample. No idea what those mean. Whenever Crimson Caravaner deals combat damage to a player, create a junk token. Oh, that's it. Whenever it deals damage, create a junk token. Sure. Junk is good. Oh, and I should read. Junk is an artifact with tap, sacrifice it, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. I got the gist of it. And I have to say, this set is designated by little... Whoops, where are we here? Oh, showing off my broken pinky. A little Vault Boy face, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, one of these is... Oh, one of these is not like the other. Ian the Reckless. Whenever Ian the Reckless attacks, if it's modified, so I'm guessing aura or enchantment, you may have it deal damage equal to its power to you and any target. Yeah, get out of here. Hold on, I gotta take care of that. Boom, thank you. I appreciate that. Get rid of that garbage. Alright. I don't know who this character is. I don't know what he's from. Feels good to use my power. Yep. But okay. If it's stronger, you can sacrifice a little bit of your health to take more of your opponent's. Sure. Bighorner Rancher. Again, I don't know what this is. Maybe Fallout 76? Because there's no goats in any of the rams of any game that I've played. Vigilance, I have no idea what that means. Tap it at an amount of green mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Okay, so he is a rancher. He harvests stuff. He gets you mana. Sacrifice Bighorner Rancher. You gain life equal to the greatest toughness among other creatures you control. Okay, so get big mana or get big health. Yeah, sure, that's what ranchers do. Breakdown. Okay, so it's a super mutant breaking like an alarm clock or one of the old school clocks, and there's a vault dweller. Is he got a... No, just a wastelander in the background, like, oh no, you broke pre-war something. Instant. Destroy target, artifact, or enchantment and create a chunk token. As simple as it can be. Destroy something and you're left with junk. That's solid. And there's a quote, like flavor text. Old human junk. Worst kind of human junk. Sure. Fallout. That's a Fallout card. Gunner Conscript. Trample. Dunno. Hold on. See the name? Gunner Conscript gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it. Okay, so yeah. You just get bigger the more stuff you have. That's Fallout, the more equipment. When Gunner Conscript dies, if it was enchanted, create a junk token. Yeah. When Gunner Conscript dies, if it was equipped... Wait. Oh, if it was enchanted and if it was equipped. So no matter what, you get junk if it had something on it. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Super Mutant Scavenger. Trample. When Super Mutant Scavenger enters the battlefield or dies, return up to one target aura or equipment card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so he just gets you something you might need back in your hand. Solid. He is carrying a Nuka-Cola vending machine. And yeah, just a trash bin full of junk. Well rested. We have a Vault Dweller, or at least someone who has a Vault suit on. Enchantment Aura, enchant creature. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature becomes untapped, put 2/1/1 counters on it. Then you gain 2 life and draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. When you're a deep sleeper, any bed will do. Okay, this is full of good flavor, except I have one nitpick. Number 1, when you sleep in Fallout in a bed, you get a buff called Well Rested that lets you get more XP for a limited amount of time. You get full health. So yeah, you heal with this card. You get a little bit stronger with your 1/1 counters. You can justify that as the XP gain. And it's when creature becomes untapped. So like when it wakes up, it gets this. So I like that. The only thing is, you are not supposed to be able to sleep with enemies nearby. Now, sometimes you can get away with that in the games because it's janky. If you're in a building and there might be an enemy above you on another floor, you can sometimes sleep if they're far enough away. But that's my only little nitpick about this. Other than that, it's perfect because, yeah, a bed in the middle of just the wasteland, no roof over your head, nothing. Sure, have a nap. And maybe the enemies crept up on you while you wake up, which is fine. But yeah, that's a good flavor card. I like that. Very, very on Fallout theme. Ooh, agility bobblehead. Here you go. Tap it. Add. Can't see the cost. Add 1 mana of any color. Then for 3, add a tap. Up to X target creatures you control each gain haste until the end of the turn and can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste, where X is the amount of bobbleheads you control as you activate this ability. Okay. I don't know what haste is. I'm guessing can attack as soon as they enter play. That would be my guess. It would be called Rush in Digimon. It's cool. Seems expensive though. You have to pay 3 to get it on the board and then pay 3 every time. But I suppose late game, yeah, I don't know. Obviously, there's ways to use it. I don't know Magic, so I don't know combos or anything like that, or any cards that exist outside of this. So, it just seems expensive to me on first glance. Perception bobblehead. Tap, add 1 mana of any color, then 3 and tap. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. Okay, you may cast a spell with mana value 3 or less from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in random order. See, that seems way better to me. You're paying 3, like discovering cards, and then can choose which one to cast for free because you've already spent the 3 mana to tap it. So that seems way better to me, but again, I'm not a Magic player. I don't know, but it seems better. The Silver Shroud costume. Yeah, we know that one from Fallout 4. Flash, no idea. When Silver Shroud costume enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains Shroud until the end of turn. It can't be the target of spells or abilities. Okay. Equipped creature cannot be blocked. So as soon as it comes into the battlefield, it shrouds, cloaks your creature, and then after that, it can't be blocked. It always gets through. Shroud, the detective, he always hits his mark. Okay, sure. And an equipped cost of 3. Cool. All that glitters. That is definitely a New Vegas reference outside of the casino. Enchant creature. enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment you control. Okay. So, make stuff big. Sooner or later, the house always wins. Cool, yeah. And Nuka-Cola bottle caps, yep. Path to Exile. Instant. Exile target creature. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card. Put that card into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. In the end, he marched into the desert sands, leaving the vault behind him. I think I haven't played the game, but I think this is a reference to Fallout. Is it Fallout 1 or Fallout 2? At the end of Fallout, one of those games, spoiler, but they're like 20 years old. Yeah, at the end of one of those games, I can't remember Fallout 1 or Fallout 2, after you've saved everybody, the Overseer is like, I can't thank you enough, but unfortunately, your actions are going to inspire everybody to want to leave the vault and explore and all this, so I can't have you here. And you get exiled out of the vault that you just saved and everything after the game. And it's a bittersweet victory. But yeah, so, okay, it doesn't say destroy, it just says exile target creature. I don't know if there's a difference. Maybe mechanically they're the same, or there's very specific reasons why wording is different. Okay, sticky fingers. Somebody looting a dead corpse, yep. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has menace, don't know. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. It can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Okay, that must be menace. It can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. The token is an artifact. Yeah, the treasure token is an artifact. Tap it, sacrifice it, add 1 mana. Okay. When an enchanted creature dies, draw a card. Okay, so that's cool. So you enchant it, you loot a corpse, and you get treasure from it. Yep, that's Fallout. And when your enchanted creature dies, you get a card. So you still get some stuff, even though your thing died. Which, yeah, you hurt something else, you get treasure. Your thing dies, you loot it and get a card. That's pretty good. I like it. Valorous Stance. Instant. Choose 1. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. I had to put on a brave face for as long as there were still people counting on me. Okay, so yeah. You know, you use the Preston Garvey Minuteman like inspiration, and you can either make one of your guys indestructible, use it for defense, or you can use it for offense and just destroy something else. Cool. Flexible. Abundant growth. Enchant land. When abundant growth enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted land has add 1 mana of any color. Okay, so yeah, put this on a land. The land, you tap the land, it gives you mana, and then this one just gives you more. Abundant growth. Simple, straightforward, makes sense. Cool art. Don't see a lot of trees in the wasteland. Fertile ground. Enchant land. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds 1 additional mana of any color. What's the difference between... What's the difference between these two? Hold up. When enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds another... Okay. When this one enters the field, you get a card. Does this take over the land? Because it says add 1 mana of any color, Well, this one says an additional 1 mana of any color. I don't know the rules on that. Maybe that's the difference. This one gives you the extra mana, and this one just changes your land to give you one of whatever you want. I'm not sure. Fertile does not always mean safe. Yeah. Rancor. Okay, I don't know what this is a reference to, but if you saw my Fallout 4 playthrough and remember, I used a rolling pin to beat Kellogg to death. So this means something to me. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has trample. When Rancor is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, return it to its owner's hand. So you play it, enchant your creature, it gets stronger. The second it gets put into the graveyard, you just get this enchantment right back. So you can just keep buffing your guys and smashing face. I like it. Rancorous Ruth, Malefic Mod, the Irate Ida, form the core of Mod's muggers, Freeside's most terrifying villains. Okay then. I'm not aware of them. Squirrel Nest. Enchant Land. Enchanted land has tap, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. In the wasteland, the rad squirrels have their eyes out for you. Okay. I remember there's a reference to like vicious squirrels in Fallout 4, but they don't actually exist, so this might be a Fallout 76 reference. But that's cool because I don't know how useful this is in Magic World, but if you keep tapping your land, you keep getting a 1/1, so that makes a card like this useful because you will always have a 1/1 to play this on. As soon as it gets destroyed, you can just keep going and going, so that's pretty cool. Wild Growth. Oh, enchant land. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional mana. Okay, I feel like we've had that 3 times now. Oh, this one's just an additional forest or green mana. Okay. The other ones are of any color. What does that... Our researchers noted a sense of euphoria and claimed to hear incomprehensible voices. Extreme measures will need to be taken to call this organism. Strangler Vine research notes. Not familiar, but okay. Behemoth Sledge. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has trample and lifelink. A popular weapon with the muscular crowd. Yeah. So, did we ever fight a behemoth in Fallout? Oh yeah, we fought some behemoth super mutants in Fallout 4, but yeah. Most notable in Fallout 3, there's those ginormous hulking super mutants. And they always have some weird melee weapon to smash it with. Arcane Signet. Tap it, add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. Something to love, honor, and cherish, and a reminder of someone who once did that for you. Yes, this is obviously Fallout 4. The wedding ring from either Nora or Nate, depending on what character you choose at the start. In your house of Sanctuary with broken pitcher and stuff like that. So very somber. Brass knucks. When you cast the spell, copy it. The copy becomes a token. Equipped creature has double strike. Don't know what that means. As long as 2 or more equipment are attached to it. Well, that makes sense because you need 2 brass knuckles. It costs 4, but it immediately copies itself, so I don't know. A card like this, I don't know. Is it good? Is it terrible? Like, I have no idea. On my first glance, it doesn't look good to me, but Explorer Scope. Whenever equipped creature attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it into the battlefield tapped. And equip 1. Okay, look at the top card. I guess it's a good way of getting free land, but at the same time, there's got to be other cards that interact with, like, having you know what's on the top of your deck. Oh, junk tokens. Junk tokens let you exile the top card, so I guess you could use this to know if you don't hit the land, you know whether or not you want to crack open your junk token. Okay. Fire Shrieker. Just a raider with a flamer. Equipped creature has double strike. Equipped to, I don't know what double strike means, so maybe it can attack twice in one turn. I have no idea. The flamer is a specifically engineered flamethrower suited for extended combat engagements. It delivers sustained energy damage and can completely immolate a target. Sure can. Soul Ring. With a bunch of spilled Nuka-Cola Quantum around the bottle cap. I like it. Tap, add 2. Is that mana? Just 2 mana? The beverages were pleased. Oh, no, hang on. What does that say? The beverageers were pleased by Project Cobalt. Not only did they discover new weaponized isotopes, but a tasty beverage additive to boot. Yeah. So, Nuka-Cola Quantum glows because it has a benign radioactive isotope in it. Codsworth! Our friend from Fallout 4, our robot butler. Commanders you can control have Ward 2. Well, Ward sounds like protection. I don't know what that is, but okay. Tap it, add 2 white mana. Spend this mana only to cast aura or equipment spells. That's fine. That's what this deck is designed to do. You can also tap it. Attach target aura or equipment you control to target creature you control. Oh, so you can... Yeah, Codsworth! Oh, dear me, sir, it's been 200 years. I've been so lonely. Proud to serve. So yeah, okay, so this is just a perfect helper to this deck and its engine. Spend mana to equip and just... tap it to get mana to spend on equipment, or tap it to just instantly attach an aura equipment to a creature. So yeah, that's cool. Idolized. So in Fallout, if you are a good person on the good karma scale, wastelanders and settlement dwellers will run up to you and be like, oh, you're such a good person. Thank you for all your contributions. And they will just give you free stuff. So, enchant creature. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature attacks a lone wanderer, it gets +X until the end of your turn, where X is the number of non-land permanents you control. So the more stuff you have, the stronger it gets. No duh kind of thing. Renowned for your extensive support and goodwill, you are idolized by the community. Yep, that's a little tooltip that pops up when you hit max karma or you do something in a community that everyone agrees with and likes. Pre-war formal wear. That doesn't really look like pre-war formal wear. That looks a little casual. Where's the suits? Where's the beige and dirty suits? When pre-war formal wear enters the battlefield, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield and attach pre-war formal wear to it. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has vigilance. Okay, so you play it, you get a weak guy back, and you immediately fit the clothes onto him and buff him up. Sounds cool. Vault 101 birthday party. Awesome. So one of the very first parts of Fallout 3, after your baby stage, you have a birthday party. So let's see. I don't know how... Enchantment Saga. I don't know what this does or how it works. As the saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter. Sacrifice after 3. So I guess at 1 lore counter, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token and a food token. A food token is an artifact for 2 and tap, sacrifice it, gain 3 life. Alright, so you get a dude and food, yeah, because during your birthday party, the robot, I forget his name right now, in the vault serves you a birthday cake and massacres it with a buzzsaw, like a circular saw. Okay, at 2, you may put an aura or equipment card from your hand or graveyard into the battlefield. If an equipment is put into the battlefield this way, you may attach it to a creature you control. Okay, that seems really good. So for 2 and 3, you just slap something down onto a creature. Oh, hold on now. You may put on... If equipment is put into the battlefield this way, you may... Is that all free? I get putting it from your graveyard hand into the battlefield. It doesn't say without paying the cost, but I would assume it would be for free. And if it's an equipment put onto the battlefield this way, you may attach it to a creature. I don't know if that's free or not, because that would seem stupidly powerful if that was all for free. I don't know. Don't know how the game works. Wish I did, because that seems very powerful. Okay, Duchess, Wayward Tavern Keep. No clue. Hunters for Hire. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a quest counter on it. Okay. Then for 1, remove a quest counter from a permanent you control and create junk. I mean, okay. From a Fallout perspective, you're generally told to go kill something or do something. That's a quest. And what's your reward? Junk. Okay, I get it. Again, I have no idea how powerful that would be in Magic land, but makes sense. Fallout. Grim Reaper Spirit. Just a sec, I need water. Alright. Grim Reaper's Sprint. Sorry, Grim Reaper's Sprint, not Spirit. Morbid. This spell costs 3 less to cast if a creature died this turn. Enchant creature. When Grim Reaper's Sprint enters the battlefield, untap each creature you control. If it's your main phase, there is an additional combat phase after this phase, and your enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has haste. Okay. I believe this is a reference to Fallout 3's. I think that's why I called it Grim Reaper's Spirit, because I'm pretty sure that's what the perk is called in Fallout 3, where if you go into VATS mode and you spend your action points AP to attack something, if you successfully kill that target, your AP gets refilled and you can chain a bunch of attacks together. So that's what I would venture this is referencing. That seems cool. Get to attack twice, like, so you tap all your creatures, attack. If it's anything like Yu-Gi-Oh, you move into your second main phase. This comes into the battlefield, everything untaps, and you can attack again. That seems very powerful. And can cost 3 less. So it would be like 2 mana. That seems cool. The Junk Jet. Artifact equipment. When Junk Jet enters the battlefield, create a junk token. No duh. 3 mana. Sacrifice another artifact. Double equipped creature's power until the end of turn. Okay, that makes all the sense in the world. So the Junk Jet is a weapon. I'm sure it appears in other Fallouts, but in Fallout 3, it's just this big gun that you can literally load with whatever. Teddy bears, toy cars, toy blocks, whatever junk you find, you can shoot it. So that makes sense. You sacrifice your artifact, shove it into the gun, and double the equipped creature's power. I like that. Don't know if it's any good or not, but I like it. Because it makes sense. Megaton's Fate. Wow. Choose one. Disarm. Destroy target artifact. Create 4 treasure tokens. Detonate. Megaton's Fate deals 8 damage to each creature. Each player gets 4 rad counters. Do the right thing. Or the wrong thing. Okay, so a couple things about this card. Number 1. Not a big fan of the chosen art. I feel like that could be way more Fallout 3 centric. Or, maybe, yeah. Because this just looks like a bomb kind of in the middle of nowhere. Like it fell into a building. In Fallout 3, the city of Megaton is built around a giant Megaton bomb. And at the beginning of the game, you have the choice. You can try and disarm the bomb and earn favor of Megaton, and everyone will love you and you get a free house. So that makes sense. You disarm it and you get treasure for that. You get bonuses. Or detonate it. Deal 8 damage to everybody. Well, each creature, and each player gets radiation. There is a guy in Fallout 3, Tenpenny. He is a rich guy that lives in Tenpenny Tower, and he sends people to entice you to create a meeting, and he'll try and convince you to detonate the bomb and blow up Megaton and kill everyone in it. So yeah, do you want to be a good person or do you want to be a bad person? Because if you want to be a bad person in a playthrough, just do that and you get horrifically bad karma from the get-go. So yeah. Yeah, I just wish the art maybe was a little bit different, a little more Megaton specific. Vault 21, House Gambit. I don't know what this is a reference to, but it's another saga. As a saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter. Okay, discard a card, then draw a card. Okay. You know, if you're playing poker, don't want that one. Want that one. Now for 3, reveal up to 5 non-land cards from your hand. For each of those cards that has the same mana value as another card revealed this way, create a treasure token. Okay, so again, poker. If you get 2 pair, you get a treasure token. If you get, is it for each card that has the same? Yeah, so you reveal a pair, you get 2 treasure tokens. 4 of a kind, you get 4 treasure tokens. Yeah, I like it. That's cool. I don't know what vault that is. Vault 21, not familiar. But Veronica, Dissident Scribe, Menace. That's the one where I think we just read that has to be blocked by more than one creature. When Veronica, Dissident Scribe attacks, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Simple. Whenever you discard 1 or more non-land cards for the first time each turn, create a junk token. Oh yeah, again, you discard something, you create junk. I like it. Again, don't know if this is good, but it makes sense in Fallout World. Animal Friend. A fun perk. Enchant Creature. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature attacks, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. Put a 1/1 counter on that token for each aura and equipment attached to this creature other than Animal Friend. I scratch their back, they scratch you. Yeah, so Animal Friend is a great perk in Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, where instead of getting attacked by random animals that you come across, they'll actually be your friend and be friendly towards you. And the higher level perk you go, you can start issuing commands to the animals. Like, you could just be walking around, see a bear, and be like, hey bear, you attack that guy. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Strongback. Equipped abilities you activate that target enchanted creature cost 3 less to activate. Okay, so you can just slap things onto a creature, or spells you cast that target enchanted creature costs 3 less to cast. Okay, again, just pile on this one creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. Okay, so this is awesome. Strongback is a perk, again, in Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. It might be in the other ones. But you immediately get 50 extra capacity points to carry more items. And so this card just does that perfectly. And you can enchant your creature, and it costs incredibly cheap to just keep piling crap onto them, and they get stronger the more crap they have. So yeah, that works. I like it. Almost perfect. Almost. Okay. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has base power and toughness of 9, 10, and has indestructible. An incomplete suit of power armor is still a suit of power armor. Okay. In Fallout 3, near the end of the game, well, I shouldn't say end of the game, but end of your like max level, it's one of the last perks you can take. It automatically boosts all of your special stats to 9. And it's funny, power and toughness 9 out of 10. You're almost perfect because that's what it is. Your stats go to 9 and the max is 10. So you're almost perfect. Has nothing to do with power armor per se, but I guess that's a good visualization of your missing parts of your power armor. So yeah, that's good flavor. I like it. Special stats 9 out of 10, almost perfect. Reference to the perk. I like it. Yep. Armory Paladin. That's a paladin. Uh, Human Knight, trample. Whenever you cast an aura or equipment spell, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until the end of your turn. Whenever you cast an aura or equipment spell, exile the top. Okay. I guess it's a way to cycle through your deck to look for what you want. That ability attached to a creature. This is where, the nuance of the game is lost on me. Maybe that's really powerful. I mean, until the end of your next... Okay. Until the end of your next turn. That is pretty good then. Because you can attack, see what it is. Maybe you don't need it at that moment. Comes back to your turn. You still have the option because you still draw a card for your turn. Okay, I get it. Just having an extra card in the bank in case. Sure. Kate. Cage Brawler. As long as it's your turn, Kate Cage Brawler has Indestructible. Whenever Kate attacks, you and defending player each draw a card, then discard a card. Put 2 1/1 counters on Kate if you discarded the card with the highest mana value among those cards or tied for the highest. Okay, Kate is a potential follower in Fallout 4. You meet her in a grungy fight club and she's kicking everyone's ass, and you kind of free her from a contract or just get into conversation. She's like, yeah, I'll fight with you, you're tough, let's go. It's cool. So it's cool that she has Indestructible. I don't get the whole if there's a reference about the drawing the card, discarding it, she gets stronger, that is lost on me. But sure, she's a Fallout 4 character and she is tough. She's a good fighter. So, and I guess the Indestructible, that's nothing wrong with that. Cass, Hand of Vengeance. Don't know this reference. Vigilance. Whenever Cass or another creature you control dies, if it was enchanted or equipped, return any number of aura cards that were attached to it from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to target creature. Then attach any number of equipment that were attached. Okay. So whenever she's on the board, she is your... I have her on the board. I have my creature with 6 million stacks on him. I attack into it or do whatever. If it gets destroyed, then I use her to get all my stuff back. Okay. Inventory management. I like it. Yeah, sitting down, all your guns just everywhere. What do I do? Instant split second. As long as this spell is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. So, can't activate abilities that aren't mana. Okay, so as soon as you use this, it stops everyone else from playing. You can't respond to it. For each aura and equipment you control, you may attach it to a creature you control. Okay. Constant danger requires constant preparedness. Okay, so my immediate thought is if you have that creature with a bunch of stacks and it were to be destroyed or whatever, you can play this to move all the equipment and shit to another creature and let that creature die. But I don't know Magic's timing, but it seems, I hope it would work. Let's say you have a massive stacked creature. It attacked or can attack whatever, but it has a bunch of buffs and shit on it. And then you have your little 1/1 squirrel token or something. You attack with your 1/1 squirrel token. Your opponent doesn't respond to it, doesn't care. And then you play this to move all those buffs from that creature and make, a 10/10 death violent squirrel and attack into them and get surprise damage or something. I hope it works like that, because that'd be really cool if it does. And split second, as long as the spell is on the stack, players can't cast or activate abilities so they can't respond to it too. That seems really cool. I hope it works that way. I hope you can do it before your damage goes through. Moira Brown. This is... Okay, so I knew Moira Brown was going to be in the deck. That's why I bought this specific one out of the 4. But the face. What's with the face, dude? So I love Moira Brown as a character in Fallout 3. She's fantastic. Fallout 3, though, is known for its wooden, stoic, unmoving, emotionless faces. This looks like a Fallout 4 glitch face. She should have no expression on her face. And instead she's like, "Oh, what's that?" Which is kind of more to her personality. That's what she would be like, but... I love Moira Brown, but man... What a look. That is... Let's see if I can get a better look at that. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. Yeah. That is, that's a face, alright. Not quite human face, but it's a face. Alright, well, Moira Brown, guide author. That's perfect. Author of the Wasteland Survival Guide. When Moira Brown, guide author, enters the battlefield, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Wasteland Survival Guide. When equipped Jesus, it's been a while. Okay. Create a artifact token named Wasteland Survival Guide. With equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each quest counter among permanents you control, and equip cost of 1. Okay. Whenever you attack, put a quest counter on target non-land permanent you control. Okay. So when she comes into play, she creates the Wasteland Survival Guide. And whenever you attack, you get a quest counter. And every time you get a quest counter, you get stronger. Makes all the sense in the world from a Fallout perspective, right? You go on quests, you get stronger, you get XP, you get items, and the Wasteland Survival Guide is what helps you do that. So, yeah, great Fallout references and flavor, but just the face. Just tone down the expression just a little bit. I know you're excited, Moira, about the mole rat repellent stick and everything, but just... And the landmines, but just, come on, girl. Oh, 3 Dog, coming at you from the wasteland. Whenever you attack, you may... Everything's jiggling, sorry. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2 and sacrifice an aura attached to 3 Dog. Galaxy News DJ. When you sacrifice an aura this way, for each other attacking creature you control, create a token that's a copy of that aura enchanted to that creature. You're listening to Galaxy News Radio, bringing you the truth no matter how bad it hurts. Okay, so that seems really cool. Again, we've seen cards in this deck where you make tokens like the squirrels and the 1/1 human soldiers and everything. So you put on like maybe almost perfect, that gives you the stats of 9 and 10. You put that on 3-dog, attack, sacrifice it, then all your little 1/1 squirrels and soldiers are now 9/10s and other abilities and whatnot. And I'm sure there are other cards in the world of Magic that don't exist in this deck that would do some crazy things, like when attacking, draw 5 cards, destroy something, deal damage. So yeah, that is a way to take one powerful creature and turn it into a massive nightmare. Which makes sense, because he's the radio DJ in Fallout 3, and he's spreading his message throughout the wasteland. A cool thing about 3-Dog too is if you listen to Galaxy News Radio after you do the quest for him, he'll comment on things you do. Like if you save a city, he'll like shout you out on the radio and be like, shout outs to the lone vault dweller, he's a cool guy, he saved Grey Ditch and he did this. And if you're a bad character and you're doing bad things, he'll call you out too on the radio and be like, yeah, he's terrible, he's one of the worst things to ever happen to this wasteland, avoid him. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. 3-Dog's a cool character, and he seems powerful, so that's neat. Mr. Gutsy. Die, scum. Robot Soldier. Whenever you cast an aura or equipment spell, put a 1/1 counter on Mr. Gutsy. Okay, so it doesn't have to be equipped to him or anything. It's just whenever you cast it, gets there. When Mr. Gutsy dies, create X junk tokens, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on it. Okay, so you just have him sitting there. You're playing equipments and auras. He's getting buffed up, and then if he gets removed, again, you get all the junk left. So that's pretty cool. Oh, the Pip-Boy 3000. Essential for every vault dweller. Equipment. Whenever equipped a creature attacks, choose one. Sort inventory. Draw a card, then discard a card. Pick a perk. Put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Check map. Untap up to 2 target lands. You gotta love cards that are just versatile and just like, and it's direct references to what's actually on the Pip-Boy. Your inventory, your perks, your map. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much to say about it other than that just seems really cool. Do you want to draw a card? Do you want to get your creature stronger? Do you want to unlock more mana? And maybe you're unlocking the mana that has the squirrel nest attached to it so you can make more squirrel tokens and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't have much to say other than that seems really useful. Junktown. I'm not familiar with Junktown. Not sure what game it's from. Oh, we're into the lands now. So I think that's all the creatures and spells. I think we're just into the lands now. You tap it to create a mana, 4 and a red to tap it. Sacrifice, create 3 junk tokens. It's not much, but it's home. Okay, there's a lot of lands, and I've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes straight, so I'm gonna kind of blow through these a little bit. Scorch Divide. It costs 1 to add 2 mana. To the divide they came, in the divide they rest. Ulysses, yeah. Scorched Divide is a big battleground in New Vegas. I guess we'll just look at the art of these, because... Oh, nope. We have more equipment and enchantments. Mantle of the Ancients. I don't know what this is a reference to, but it looks like a tomb or something, and yet you have the vault suit hanging in one of the games. Do you like see one of the old vault dwellers' tombs or something? I don't know. Enchant creature you control. When Mantle of the Ancients enters the battlefield, return any number of target aura and or equipment cards that could be attached to enchanted creature from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to enchanted creature. An enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it. Just all the same thing. Been saying the same words over and over and over, but yeah. So again, slap this on a creature and it pulls everything from the graveyard, puts it back on that creature, and that creature gets huge. Okay, teased me with the lands. Pure Steel Padlin. That's a Padlin. Paladin, yeah. I think I said, I don't know. I've been talking a lot. Whenever an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. That's okay. Nothing but positive there. Metalcraft. Equipment you control have equip 0 as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Okay, that's cool. I wear the armor. I am the weapon. So that's cool. It's just have this guy sit on the board and for free, as long as you have 3 or more artifacts, attach all your shit to shit. Single combat. Again, we get like another... It's like the other side of the Kate card. Where was she at? See, it's like... whoa. She's punching the guy before that. Each player chooses a creature or a planeswalker they control, then sacrifices the rest. Players can't cast creature or planeswalker spells until the end of your next turn. Okay. I've seen effects like this before in other card games. Yes, you get to keep one. Everything else gets destroyed. And players can't cast creatures or planeswalker spells until the end of the turn, so it just keeps it single combat. Cool. Blasphemous Act. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Blasphemous Act deals 13 damage to each creature. Everyone knew the bombs were coming. Everyone but the public. Okay. I don't know what this art is a reference to. It might just be general destruction, but that can be... Blasphemous Act, that's what it's called in the game when you do something, incredibly negative karma value. And it makes sense. This costs 8 with a red, and it costs 1 less for each creature. So the more things that exist, the cheaper it is to kill them all. And you deal 13 damage to them all. Wow. Pretty powerful. But again, there needs to be a lot on board before that gets any value. Okay, Chaos Warp. Sucking up one of the cows. What are they? The Brahmin? The owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library, then reveals the top card of their library. If it's a permanent card, they put it into the battlefield. No one knew what the Zetans wanted. But whatever it was, it involved cattle. Yeah, so, spoiler alert, there's aliens in the DLC of Fallout 3. It's actually a really fun DLC, Mothership Zeta. But this card, the owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library, then reveals the top card of the library. If it's a permanent card, they put it into the battlefield. So I guess it's a pseudo save and pseudo removal. So if there was something that you didn't want to deal with, you shuffle it into your opponent's library and hope that it's not on the top of their deck. And that's the risk of they might get something anyway. Or conversely, if someone's trying to destroy something you own, maybe you're like, no, I'm putting this into my deck and saving it, and hopefully I get something else played out instead. Interesting. Heroic Intervention with oh man, I'm blanking on Nick Valentine. There, thank you. His name was I knew it was Valentine. I couldn't think of his first name. Instant. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. Okay. So that's just a save, right? Indestructible, hexproof. It can't be turned into anything, and it can't be destroyed. Another beautiful day in the most dangerous place in the world. Nick Valentine. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, Nick Valentine's a good guy. And for a deck that just plays a bunch of equipments and auras and stuff, you need a card to protect them. So, sure. Basilisk Collar. Nice picture dog meat. Equipped creature has Death Touch and Lifelink. Death Touch, I'm guessing, is instant death when it deals damage. Lifelink is healing, or like vampiric healing. You heal as much damage as you do. Equip 2. A mark of companionship, not subservience. Oh, I like that. Yeah, dog meat's not subservient to you. He's your pal. He's your buddy. He's your companion. Blood Forged Battle Axe. Oh, equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of Bloodforged Battle Axe. Okay, so again, it looks like you can chain all your little stuff to get a little bit bigger. With just his trusty axe, Grognak became king. Grognak the Barbarian, reference to the comics in Fallout. Oh my god, how many more? How many more? I'm dying here. Okay, it looks like we're getting down to the last little bits before all lands take over. Alright. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. Simple. As long as equipped creature is legendary, it has hexproof. It can't be the target of spells or abilities you're... Okay, that's cool. So you attach all your aura and equipment to your legendary boy, you slap this on him and protect him with hexproof. That's solid. Masterwork of Ingenuity. Yeah, you gotta just improvise in the wasteland. You may have Masterwork of Ingenuity enter the battlefield as a copy of any equipment on the battlefield. Ooh. It's not a perfect replica, but your skull won't know the difference. That seems really cool. You have something powerful on the board, and it's like, nah, now I have two. That's pretty cool. Canopy Vista. It's a plane. I'm not going to read it. It's, tap it, add mana, or sacrifice it, or whatever. I don't care. Not at this point. Let's just observe the art. It's nice. Yep, cool. Cinder Glade. That looks like a Fallout 76 thing, because in no Fallout game I've ever played is there a flying creature that looks like that. So yeah, it's a green-red land, mountain forest, clifftop retreat. Is that a campground? Yeah, that's the campground. It's a land. It's a mountain or a plain. White and red. From up here, there's flavor text on these. I'm not reading the flavor text on those, sorry. My voice is dying on me. Exotic Orchard. Add 1 mana of any color that a land an opponent controls could produce. Mossfire Valley. Oh, that's yeah, Into the Pit. It comes from a place far from the northwest. It's called the Pit. It's, well, let's be honest, it's a nightmare. So yeah, the Pit is Pittsburgh, and it's DLC in Fallout 3, and it's essentially like a giant mine kind of area, which reference to Pittsburgh steel mills and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Rootbound Crag. Yeah, it's cool. Nice art. Big tree. Red-green land. Scattered Groves. Is that the trailer park or something? Yep. Green, white land. Scavenger grounds. It's a desert. Okay, general store, cool. Don't know what that's from. Probably Fallout New Vegas, looks like it. Sheltered Thicket. I have no idea what that is. Looks nice. Mountain forest, red-green land with cool place. Sungrass Prairie. Yeah, little farmland. Green-white. Sun Petal Grove. Cow. Yep, cow. Two-headed cow. Green-white. Must have been something to see a movie on a screen that big. Preston Garvey. Yep. You can make a settlement there. Temple of Abandon. That's Fallout New Vegas. It's a giant dinosaur. I think it's like a hotel or something, a motel, and you can actually go into that T-Rex, and there's a sleeping bag in its mouth, so you can sleep in it. It's pretty cool. Temple of Plenty. Looks like a used car dealership. Green-white. Temple of Triumph. This looks like Caesar, Kaiser. So I say the split because his name is spelt Caesar, and some of the Wastelanders call him Caesar, but he himself and his troops refer to him as Kaiser. So if somebody says Caesar, you're like, no man, it's wrong. His real name's Kaiser. Like, both are accepted. They both reference the same character. But yes, he himself refers to himself as Kaiser. That looks like something from New Vegas. Swiftfoot boots. Okay, I have to read this one. It's more equipment. Equipped creature has hexproof and haste. It can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. I'll take a Caesar and a Kaiser. I don't need breaks. I usually find that if something stops me, it's interesting enough to stop for. Okay, so again, just protection. Equip it to a creature and it has hexproof. It can't be targeted by stuff, which is good when you're stacking all your stuff onto one creature. Ash Barrens. It's a land that produces generic mana. War has survivors, but rarely has winners. Buried Ruin. Yeah, all the underground tunnels and subway stations of Fallout 3. Just produces generic mana. Command Tower. I think that's the casino, New Vegas. Yeah. Add 1 mana of your commander's color identity. Yeah, I'm losing steam here. Evolving Winds. That looks pretty. Jungle Shrine. Welcome to Sanctuary Hills. You can tap it to add a red, a green, or a white. That's cool. All the colors of your commander. Dog meat, so that's cool. Path of Ancestry. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. When that mana is spent to cast a creature spell that shares a creature type with your commander, scry 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card at the bottom. Okay. Your mother would be so proud. Okay, so this is, Path of Ancestry. This is in the very beginning of Fallout 3. You play as a baby, and you wander around while your dad talks to you and stuff. And you can pick up blocks and move a ball in the vault, so yeah. Roadside Reliquary. Yeah. My throat is killing me. Reliquary. Generic mana. Rogue's Passage, the underground railroad, where you protect synth. Water. I'm pushing through, but yeah. You can pay 4 to have it. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. That's cool. But yeah, just Fallout 4 reference. Helping out the synths. Temple of the False God. That looks like it might be Kaiser trying to address people. Or maybe it's maybe a cult leader or something. There's a couple of those in the Wasteland. Terramorphic Expanse. It's a land that lets you just... It doesn't do anything other than sacrifice it to find another land. Interesting. Oh, Basic Mountain. I am going to guess that this is... I played a lot of Fallout 4, but I didn't play the Fallout 4 DLC. This looks like Nuka-Cola World, perhaps? You're approaching Nuka-Cola World? Ooh. That looks like it's from Fallout 2 or something. Okay, another one. Okay, so 2 from the new games, 2 from the old one. Cool. Plains. Ooh. No, sorry. Plain Forest. Basic Forest. That looks like... That might be Oasis in Fallout 3. Amongst all the destruction of the Wasteland, you hear rumors of an oasis, and it is a very hidden city where it has trees and greenery, and there's a bunch of like forest cultists and things like that there. And Harold and Bob and Herbert, but he doesn't like Herbert. So yeah, that's what I think that's a reference to. Oasis, that's cool. That's where I would go with my cow. It's a good place to be. Other than the weird cult stuff going on, but yeah, see, that looks like a that looks like a Fallout 1, Fallout 2. By the way the camera is, I don't know what it is, but yeah, and again, same thing. Same thing. Okay, cool. Planes. Okay, this is I recognize that dead ass anywhere. That's Nora overlooking Sanctuary Hills as soon as you come out of the vault in Fallout 4. Yeah, destruction of Sanctuary Hills. Your house is like right over there. Ooh, what is that? Like a train yard? Interesting. Again, unfortunately, I don't know the reference, but cool. Okay, so that's the this card isn't like real. How about I use air quotes up here? Real. It's called like the etched foil. It's nice and thick, and honestly, it makes me think, why aren't all the cards this thick? Because that feels so much better. But yeah, it's a super shiny foil thick card. It's the display commander. I suppose you just use it, like you use the real one in your deck to play with, and this one can, be put somewhere to be on display to show that you own it or whatever. Okay, and here are some of our tokens. We have our junk token, which is a empty Nuka-Cola bottle, and a Brotherhood of Steel / Enclave helmet, power armor helmet, I should say. Oh, sorry, they're double-sided. There is our 1/1 mutant squirrel. That's nasty. Oh, treasure token. And it is bottle caps, because of course it is. That's the currency in Fallout. Settlement. That's right. Preston Garvey and a couple other. I think no, it's only Preston Garvey that makes settlements. But yeah, again, that's Nora coming up on Sanctuary Hills. Enchant land. Enchanted land has add 1 mana of any color. The 1/1 human soldier. More settlements. Food token. And the food token is, of course, a full Nuka-Cola bottle in front of a Red Rocket gas station. Treasure token. Oh, yes, with the Wasteland Survival Guide. And it's someone throwing a karate kick. Self-defense secrets. Wasteland Survival Guide. I love it. Okay, another food token. With another squirrel. Radiation token. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, if you have any rad counters, mill that many cards. For each non-land card milled this way, you lose 1 life and 1 rad counter. Okay, so a rad counter causes you to discard from deck, mill, lose life, and then you lose that rad counter. Okay, so yeah, that's accumulation of rad counters. That's punishing. Kills your deck and kills your life. Copy. This token can be used to represent a copy of something. No shit. And it is a blueprint for the synths. Okay, another radiation token, another copy, radiation token, treasure, radiation token. Learn to play Magic, scan here to get started. Probably should have done that first. Discover the coolest cards. Nope. I'm not going to spend any more money, thank you. Oh. General rule thingy. Okay. Okay, finally, we're down to the very last thing. Our sample booster pack, where we can A, get 2 cards that we've already seen, but they may be shiny and foily or have different art. Or we could get cards from maybe one of the other commander decks, like Piper or maybe Hancock. I'd like to get one of those, but after an hour and 40 minutes of talking, this is going to be nice to be finished. Let's see what we get here. And oh, you teased me. You teased me with your garbage. Overflowing Basin. Oh, it's got the, I think this is called extended art because it doesn't have the border around it. So Overflowing Basin, for 1 mana, tap it and add a blue and a green. Yeah, no border. Ooh, that's another $1 onto the price. But that's cool. And second card is Treasure Vault. Again, no border. Tap to add generic mana. XX. Tap, sacrifice Treasure Vault, create X treasure tokens. I'm guessing you can just spend as much mana as you want? I don't know. I'm too clueless and too tired to figure it out at this point. But okay, that was the Scrappy Survivors deck. And again, as a Fallout fan, I have to say, I am impressed. I really like the references. I like the flavor. I like how they really tuned into directly to the influences of the characters, the influences of the world. So yeah. Now I just have to learn how to play, I guess. But yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna have to take off. My voice is killing me for an hour and 40 minutes of straight talk and clueless talk about Magic the Gathering. So thanks and peace out.